We are live here for that's right, another Jazz game. Jazz fan here, and we're about to see the Utah Jazz going up against the Chicago Bulls. I think I'm going to enjoy this game. Jazz got a really, really good win against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the last game. Even got some props from Donovan Mitchell talking some really, really kind words about Keontae George, which is really great to hear. Jazz started out well in that game. I'm hoping they can take it to this game here. The Jazz are on track to have a really good season, at least a season that nobody else would have expected, whereby Jazz probably look like they're going to get over 30 wins. I have no idea what that's going to mean about the draft pick, but now we have the lineup for the Jazz, and we got Keontae George at the 1, Isaiah Collier at the 2, Cody at the 3, Ace Bailey at the 4, and Kyle Filipowski at the 5. But I know what that really means. It really means it's going to be Isaiah at the 1, Key at the 2, Cody at the 3, Ace at the 4, and Filipowski at the 5. This is going to be interesting. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this lineup for the Utah Jazz before. I'm just going to make it absolutely clear. I haven't seen this lineup before at all. So this is going to be interesting. It's the first start that Ace Bailey has had in a while since he got injured. And even then, when he did get injured, hold on, let me pause this. Even when he did get injured, like he wasn't really starting games like that. Like he was coming up off the bench. Like he got significant amount of minutes. But it's going to be really interesting. Cody Williams coming in to play. I think that's good. The Jazz are going to need that defense. Ace Bailey does give you defense as well, which is good. It really is it's the young players show right now. It ain't even about the vets. It looks like Svi Mykhailiuk is out. Lowry is out. And I know they must be. This is a combination between, hey, we want to develop guys. And then they're also thinking tanking as well. I don't know. I need to check to see if Larry Markkinen is on the bench or like if Yusuf Nurkic is on the bench, because then we really need to like sort some stuff out. So hold on, look at what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, Svi Mykhailiuk is on the bench. Bryce is on the bench. Nurkic is on the bench. That's great. Lowry is out. That's the problem. But we have got Ace. Obviously, we know what Filipowski could do. Ace Bailey right there with a nice monster dunk there. He gets Jazz first couple of points of the game. Good to see that. They got Georges Niang that's on the bench. Haven't seen him played for the Jazz this season, to be fair. So I don't know if that's an error, but, we got Georges Niang. Taylor Hendricks is on the bench too, and Kyle Anderson is on the bench. And then for the Bulls, all right, so no Josh Giddey. I don't know if he's out injured, but maybe that's the reason why the Jazz go in for the complete kind of young lineup, because the Bulls right now they don't have that guy kind of pulling the strings, and then on top of that they don't have what's his name, Vucevic, I think is his name. I think that's his name. Plays for the Bulls. It's their center. They haven't got him, so I'm very curious to see how this game works out. But should be a good game. Should be a good game. So far, Ace Bailey's had a couple of dunks, and then Filipowski just got a layup, which is good. So I'm just going to take a look at the chat, and then we will kind of get back to the commentary of the game. All right, we got D-Rom in the building. Welcome back, D-Rom. How are you doing? D-Rom goes on to say Keontae is going to score 40 tonight. I think so, because if you're talking about best scorers, like he is our best scorer. If I had to say, it might be a combination between Filipowski, Ace Bailey, and Keontae George. That's what it's looking like. Project Fortnite, welcome back, my brother. He also goes on to say, let's go, Jazz. Let's go, Jazz. Let's go, Jazz. That's what I'm talking about right now. Let me give the Jazz a little bit of a round of applause here. Let's I should have sorted that out before I started. Nevertheless, so right now we're about 9.5 minutes in the game, and it is 7 for the Bulls, 6 for the Jazz, and things are going pretty well. Oh, I was wrong though. Vucevic is playing, so this is going to be a real test for the Jazz, and a game without Lowry. Let's see how that works out. All right, Coby White with the ball. It's a steal by Kyle Filipowski. Filipowski gets a steal. I'm loving that one. Filipowski capitalizing on the miss, and the Jazz start this game out pretty well. I'm loving it. Jazz up 8-7 right now. Game's going to take a bit of a break. At least that's what it looks like so far. I think that timeout was called by Billy Donovan and the Bulls. And, it's what I expect. Jazz played some pretty good games so far. Just to confirm in terms of who scored what, because I know the first few minutes of the game, I was doing a lot of talking throughout the game. But talking nevertheless, because the Jazz have been really good. I really like what they're doing. A lot of people out there do like what the Jazz are doing. Of course, when you got games like the game a couple games ago against the Hornets, where, we lost by what, 50, 55, like whatever the number was. Like, when you have a game like that, that's where we're going to have problems. That's where we're going to have problems. So if we could come up with games like what we did against the Cavs, we put ourselves in a really great place. But even though that Lowry is out of this game, I think that the lineup that he put out is pretty fair. He's basically put out, as far as I'm concerned, all of my favorite young players, the guys that I think that really have a future there at the Jazz: Keontae, Isaiah, Kyle Filipowski, Ace Bailey, and Cody warms me up. I definitely think that Cody is improved a lot, and I look forward to seeing what he's going to do this season. Let me just do one thing. Give me 1 sec. So let me just fix this. Put this back to charge. Okay. All right. Turn that back on. All right. Let me also promote this live stream there as well. All right. So there was a couple of comments there in the chat. I know that there's 2 people cheering for the Jazz right now, but I noticed there are 4 people there watching the stream. Let me know who you're cheering for. Are there any fans in the building? The last game that we faced against the Bulls, I gotta say, I don't ever remember anybody coming out saying that they were Bulls fans. I do want to hear from other fans. What do they think about, the Jazz? What do they think about the Bulls? Because we faced the Bulls once. I have only watched the Bulls twice this season. I think that they look pretty good. Haven't been keeping track of any injuries, so I assume Josh Giddey is injured. That's just my assumption. Nevertheless, let's go. Let's go, Jazz. Game is back at the moment, which is good. And now we got last year's draft pick, the one that came just before Cody, Matas Buzelis. He has the ball, pass to Coby White. Matas there with a 3. That's a miss by Matas. And it's a nice pass there across. These young Jazz players playing really well right now. I'm loving it. Ace Bailey gets another bucket. Little assist there by Kyle Filipowski. That time, Cody starting it off with some good defense there. Who knows? This might be the lineup of the future. Sorry, Filipowski doesn't get the assist. He gets the miss. And then Ace Bailey tidies it up and puts it in. All right, we have that is, I gotta look at these balls. Trey Jones, not really familiar with him. He set things up, sets it up for Vucevic, and he gets a bucket. All right, Isaiah bringing the ball up as expected. Isaiah's gonna play the one, passes to Key. Isaiah back to Key, corner three by Ace Bailey. That's a miss by Ace, and Bulls are gonna get the ball back, courtesy of Kobe White. Trey Jones has it. He goes round Key. Passes it to Matas. Matas, yeah, he's got Ace Bailey that's on him. Back up there by Trey Jones to the corner for Vucevic. Filipowski's on Vucevic. Good defense there by Filipowski. That's going to be a foul. They're going to call a foul on Isaiah Collier. And I think that is... Who is that? Is that Julian? I think that's Javon Carter there. He's going to go to the line to shoot three. Oh, never mind. It's going to be side out. There's a comment there. Chop Glizzy. Oh, yes, we got a Bulls fan in the building. Okay. There we go, Chop Glizzy. Welcome to the stream, Chop Glizzy. You are the first Bulls fan that I think I've had. You know what? Let's show positive vibes and welcome Chop Glizzy here to the stream. Chop Glizzy, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the game. I hope you're able to watch the game live there in Chicago, I assume. If not, I'll make sure to keep giving you some good play-by-play here. Both teams level 12-12 right now. We got 7 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. And I have to say it's actually pretty even. Of course, I am a Jazz fan, but I will also be looking at the Chicago Bulls, what they're doing. Matas Buzelis, a player there, was very interested in for the Jazz last season in the draft. Of course, Jazz got lots of criticism for not drafting him over Cody Williams. But over these last 6-7 games, Cody's looked pretty good. So, let's all see how it works. I mean, we're going up against Ayo Dosunmu. I got Kobe White there. That looks like Bryce Sensabaugh with a three. That's the first three I've seen for the game. And as you know, I know to my guy there, Chop Glizzy, every time a three is made in this game, I put a little sound effect. That's a three there for Bryce Sensabaugh, Jazz player. So Chop Glizzy's got to get ball goes out there. So whenever the Bulls get one, I'll also do one for them too. It'll either be that one, the Mega Horn, or maybe some classic Sharon, because who doesn't love a three-point shot? That is the one thing that even myself as an older guy, that hasn't changed one bit as a kid. We all love three-point shots. Another three by Bryce Sensabaugh. Oh, that one gets that's three of the game. Chicago Bull has the ball now. Kobe White there. We know what kind of damage he could do. All right, there we got. I think that is that Julian Phillips there? Oh, sorry, Isaac Okoro there gets the layup. And Isaac Okoro there puts it even there. Like both sides are going to be pretty even right now, I say. But the one thing that's so really dangerous about this Bulls team is that we know Kobe White could turn it on. We know Vucevic, we shouldn't underestimate him, and we know what Matas Buzelis could do. So they got a pretty good players. You know, they might not be super young like the Jazz, but still good players nevertheless. All right, I think there's going to be a couple of free throws here. I think that was by Cody. You think he's going to the line? Yeah, Cody to the line to shoot two. He misses the first one. Oh, he's got to work on these free throws, man. Got to work on these free throws. You got to be better. Cody that misses both. That's something he's got to improve. All right, Ayo Desumi who has the ball now. He brings it up the court. I actually really like him. Nice, good two-way player. All right, Kobe White there passes it out to Williams. And Chicago there with a three. I got to do something a little bit different now. Good three-point shot there by the Bulls. No three-point attempt there by Jazz, but that's a miss. And the Bulls get the rebound. Oh, Jazz are going to get the steal. It's a little foul there. That's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Jalen Smith by Walter Clayton Jr. It's probably going to be side out, though. We got a couple of comments there in the chat while they sort that out. All right. Chuck Glizzy says thank you. No problem. Project Fortnite goes on to say Kobe White or Colin Sexton in a Game 7 chat. I'm gonna go Colin. I'm gonna go Colin. Yeah, I'm gonna go Colin Sexton with that. Yeah, I gotta support my boy Colin Sexton. I feel for him, right? I've recently heard some news that he's also on the trade block as well for the Hornets, which is a bit of a shame because I definitely think he's a good player. But yeah, I'm gonna go Colin. Go Colin. All right, nice little play there by Bryce Sensabaugh on Kobe White. Game's looking pretty physical. Like I'm liking the game right now. You know, even though we got a lot of these young players, Lowry's not here. Like, nevertheless, we're still being competitive. Look, Kevin Huerter right there going up for the layup. He gets fouled, though. He's going to go to the line. Surely he's going to go to the line. Like, that definitely looked like a foul. Oh, no, shoving the back by Kevin Huerter. Okay. All right, Jazz ball. All right, Chop Glizzy says he's going to go with Sexton. And he says just because Kobe's too small. I mean, they're around like similar height, right? Like, they're what, 6'2", 6'3"? How tall is Kobe White? Like, Kobe White looks like pretty decent size. I'll have to go look that up. Kobe, let me actually search that out. Yeah, he's 6'4", Kobe White. Yeah, he's about, because Colin Sexton's about 6'3", 6'4"-ish. All right, Jazz doing pretty good. They just take the lead with 3.25 minutes left. Jazz playing some pretty good defense. They're doing all the right things. Still pretty tough. Like, this is going to be a good Bull side. They don't have their best player, for me, in my opinion, in Josh Giddey. But nevertheless, like, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. All right, game looks like it's about to go on a break, but there's a couple of comments. Chuck Glizzy says, "Don't let the hair fool you." Yeah, you know, I noticed that as well because we have another guy on our team called Walter Clayton Jr. And like he's the kid that won the college championship last year with Florida, and he also has like a lot of hair as well, and he's listed at 6'4". And I always wonder, like, do they measure your height by your hair? Because Walter Clayton Jr. could easily have put on another foot and a half with just his hair. Because I've also been told, people who've gone to Jazz games in Utah, that he does not look 6'4". So I've always wondered, like, is that the case? So I think that's fair. I think that's a fair opinion, but it'll be interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let me just do a few things here. Give me 1 sec before the game comes back on. Let me see what's going on Twitter. Twitter's always a good one. Just get people's thoughts on. Andy Lawson is always someone that I could always count on to have a great scoop, particularly when it comes to the Jazz. Like, I'm not sure who the beat writer is for the Bulls, but I mean the Bulls have had a pretty decent season. You know, I think definitely their fans are looking for playoff basketball. And when I look at the NBA standings, let me load this up. Like, it should be in contention, I think. Yeah, they're in play-in contention right now. Yeah, they're going to be in the play-in. That's definitely what I think. Like, I think that they kind of got themselves in the play-in kind of wrap. We'll see what the second half of the season holds. Well, right now, they're in line to face the Cavs. All right, game's coming back on. There's going to be a jump ball between Cody Williams and Okoro. And Okoro wins it, gets it for the Bulls. Kevin Huerter with a three. Oh, that's a miss there. Jazz doing pretty well on that. They get the rebound courtesy of Bryce. And Walter Clayton Jr. is in the game, and he brings it up. Oh, it's a steal by the Bulls. Bulls out here. Think they're going to go for a three. Swing. No, Kevin Huerter, like, should have passed that like a lot more quicker, Kevin. It's a three by Okoro. That's a three by Isaac Okoro. Isaac there giving the Bulls a three. Bulls up 28-26. We got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the game. Cody Williams passed it out there to Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton there, he gets fouled on the layup, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. Also, one thing I've noticed is that before the break, we were talking about like Kobe White's like hair, giving him a height advantage, and Walter Clayton's hair. That's what I told. It looks like Walter Clayton has shaved some of his hair off because it looks like it's down a bit. He does look shorter. So actually, I could go with maybe Kobe White's maybe like 6'2". All right. Walter Clayton's going to the line. I don't know what they are. All right, Walter Clayton shoots his first one, gets that. Nice one there for Walt. Walt's always been a good shooter from the time we've been playing. As long as like he doesn't rely on that 3-point shot, because that's the one that's a little bit meh. All right, he makes both of them. Game's level 28-28. We got just over 2 minutes to go. All right, now Kevin Huerter's got the ball. He received it from Jalen Smith. Huerter's going to go straight to the basket. No, he doesn't. Tries to put it back there to Trey Jones, and the Jazz are in the breakaway. Jazz right there on the breakaway, but it ends up being a foul that time by Jalen Terry by the Bulls. And Bryce is going to go to the line to shoot two. Both team, their young players playing really well. Lots of back and forth action. They're again, I think on that Bulls play, they just didn't secure the ball that well. Like I have to say, I'm used to seeing the Jazz make plays like that, especially when it comes to the young players. Just a little bit more consistency um, for the Bulls, and they'll be doing better. But I also say that with the Utah Jazz, a little bit more consistency there, and the Jazz will be fine. So Bryce Sensabaugh makes both shots, and the Jazz are up by 30-28 with a minute and 50 seconds to go. Jaden Smith there with the ball now, passing to Trey Jones. Trey Jones at the top of the key. He comes in. He's going to the corner to Huerter with a three. Huerter there with a three. There we go. Kevin Huerter. All right, Jazz ball now. Bryce Sensabaugh with a three on the other end. Oh, damn it. Bryce Sensabaugh, it's a three. That looked like that was all. All right. Now Trey Jones setting it up for Okoro. Okoro loses it. Oh, it's a steal by Bryce. Bryce Sensabaugh having a really good first quarter. Gets the layup on the breakaway. All right, so reset time there for the Bulls. What are the Bulls going to do in response now? Isaac Okoro has the ball. Okoro there to Huerter. Huerter's going to put a Huerter. No, he passes it to Williams. Oh, and then he goes up. That's going to be a foul. What happened there? Who's it a foul on? I think it's Ace Bailey there who fouls Williams. And Patrick Williams going to go to the line to shoot too. If he gets these in, we got 50 seconds to go. That'll put them in touching distance with the Jazz. He makes the first one, Patrick Williams. Right now they're down by 3, 35-32. 50.5 seconds left in the first quarter. This Bulls team doing not too bad. Patrick Williams makes both of them in. Bulls down by 2. But I gotta say, I've been quite impressed by the Jazz youngsters because this Bulls team, they're no slouches. There's lots of experience there with this Bulls team. Kevin Huerter can knock down the three. Bryce Sensabaugh making Huerter dance. He goes in with a floater. Bryce Sensabaugh in a nice little floater there. Jazz up by 4. Trey Jones now has the ball for the Bulls. Trey Jones back there, top of the key. Oh, wow, that's a 3 there. He puts the Bulls are now down by 1 after being down by 4, 37-36. It's Jazz ball. Walter Clayton Jr., he's going to be the maestro. He's going to set this up now. He passes it there to Bryce. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to let this wind down. So the Bulls don't. What are we doing? No. Turnover, I think. I think Bryce is arguing that it's a deflection. Is it a deflection or am I just talking breeze? All right, it is a deflection. Still going to be Jazz ball right now. Ace Bailey gets the ball from Walter Clayton. Bryce Sensabaugh there with a floater. Sensabaugh there gets a nice floater. Jazz up by 3. And Isaac Okoro there with a half-court shot. No. Jazz doing pretty well right now. Jazz 39-36. Lots of offense. Both teams need to work on defense. I will say that. But lots of offense from both teams. Real nice to see what both guys are doing right here. Let's take a look at some of the stats with how the players have done and how the team has done as well. Before I do that, I'm just going to take a look. There's a comment there in the chat. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so there's a comment there from Chop Glizzy. He says, guards always give themselves an inch or two, and bigs always take a couple away. I'd say that, especially when you look at now, like how the NBA is going, everybody just wants bigger guards. And I think that there's definitely a stigma, like no matter how skillful a guard is, they always downplay him. Like, look at Jalen Brunson. Like, look at where he went in the draft. Got drafted by the Mavericks. Like, they saw his talent, but like, didn't really start. He had to leave and go to the Knicks, where his dad was on the coaching staff, for them to give him a chance. You got the kid there who just got drafted by Orlando. His name was escaping me. Like, his dad was an NBA player. Jace Richardson. He's on the shorter side. He's only about 6 foot, maybe 6'1", but really, really good point guard. So I completely understand the whole that, guards wanted to, add a few inches. Pause. Lobster or crab from Red Lobster. From Red Lobster. You know what? I actually haven't been to Red Lobster. I gotta say this. If you hear the accent, I grew up in England. There's no Red Lobster in England. There is none. There is one here, at least in Canada, like kind of close where I am, where I could go to. But I actually haven't been to Red Lobster, so I can't answer that. However, Chopped Glizzy is going to go with the crab, which, like, I'm surprised. Like, the restaurant's called Red Lobster, but is their lobster not that good? Is that, like, yeah, it's not that good. I don't know. But I do have to try, though, to go there one day. All right, I will get to the stats at some point. It just won't be now because I was doing too much talking. But right now, 39-36, favor the Jazz. Bulls ball now. Vucevic back into the game. Filipowski back into the game. And Matas Buzelis back in the game. Tre Jones goes around the screen. Tre Jones right there, setting it up for Vucevic. That's kind of too easy. Filipowski's got to do a better job. I know he's not a 5, but he's built like one. And you kind of have to learn how to defend playing the 5. Ace Bailey out there, passing it to Walter Clayton Jr. That's a miss by Walt, but good setup play by the two youngsters. All right, Matas out there. He's got Ace Bailey that's on him. Screen set by Matas. Watch out for the pick and roll, Jazz. Tre Jones right there getting one over Ace Bailey. Bulls take the lead 39-40 in favor of the Bulls with 11 minutes exactly dead on left in the second quarter. Walter Clayton there passes to Filipowski. Filipowski, he's going to try to set things up. No, he doesn't. Pass it to Walt. It's going to be 3 for Filipowski. That is a miss. Bulls getting the ball back. Okoro out there to the corner. Matas Buzelis with a 3. That is a miss. Jazz get another bite at the cherry. And Walter Clayton Jr. taking his time. Bryce Sensabaugh there with a 3. Oh, wow. And Bryce Sensabaugh there draining one. That definitely deserves some cheer for that one. And on the other end, the Bulls there get a 3. So Bulls are still in the lead, leading by 1. We got exactly 10 minutes left. This game is flying by right now. I felt like it was only just a little while ago. I said it was 11. Filipowski getting a bucket. All right, Bulls ball. Vucevic has it. Top of the key. Passes it to Matas. Matas, I haven't seen really take over. Matas there with a miss. Vucevic cleans it up. And Vucevic keeps the Bulls in the lead. All right, Walter Clayton Jr. there with the ball. Oh, it's a steal there. Okoro gets one. Is he going to pass it to Tre Jones? No, he doesn't. And he buries it. And Isaac Okoro there getting a nice one. That wasn't caught. I didn't ask for that, but nevertheless, that's probably well deserved. Good play there by the Bulls. And it looks like it's going to be a timeout by the Jazz. Victim of Fate says, am I going to be watching the Hornets-Lakers matchup at 7:30? No, because I'm doing this stream. I will have to say I won't be doing a live stream tomorrow. Just this one for the Jazz game. Because I think, Hornets won. hold on, are the Hornets playing right now? Yeah, if the Hornets are playing the game today, like I won't be doing it. And I won't be doing another stream tomorrow. Yeah, if the Lakers Hornets game are tomorrow, I won't be doing any streaming tomorrow. Um let me see when that Hornets Lakers game. Yeah, I won't be doing the stream tomorrow, and I won't get back in time in order to do that game. Yeah, that starts at 9:30. Yeah, I won't have enough time. I won't have enough time to do that stream tomorrow. Victim of Fate. Yeah, sorry about that, but I'm all up for doing a Hornets game and a Lakers game at some point today. No. This is the game here that I'm going to be doing. Hold on. Where is it for Hornets? Like this is the only game I'm doing today. This Jazz Bulls game. I don't see any other games today besides Toronto Pacers is going on right now. Philly and Cleveland, Nets Pelicans. Then you got Denver, Dallas, New York, Sac, and Washington and the Clippers. Yeah. I was getting confused. I was like, hold on. There's a Hornets game. I'm like, is Google wrong? But yeah, no. The Hornets Lakers game is tomorrow. Um, it starts at 9:30, but like I kind of finish at 9:30, and I just won't make it back in time. Like maybe I might catch like near the end of the fourth quarter, but I wouldn't have like actually watched the game for me to talk about it. But if there's another Lakers game that isn't on a Thursday or Hornets game that isn't on a Thursday, like I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. Let me, you know what? Let me see when's the next Hornets fixtures, and then I'll take it there. If you want, I could do because the Jazz play at 4 p.m. on Saturday, but then there's Hornets Warriors. I don't mind looking at that. Like I like the Warriors. Same thing with on Sunday. There's Hornets Nuggets. I don't mind doing that. Let me know what you think, Victim of Fate. If you're still there, I could do Saturday one for the Hornets for you, and then I could do or Sunday because I know the Jazz won't play again till Monday. So as I talk now, game is back now. Bulls are stretching the lead right now, and that one it's a three by them. That time by Ayo Dosunmu, and Ayo Dosunmu they're putting the Bulls up by 4. Jazz there with a missed three, courtesy of Bryce Sensabaugh. Kobe White's going to bring up the ball up. Kobe White out there to Vucevic. All right, Kobe White there passing to Vucevic. Oh, nice baseline cut there by Matas Buzelis. Things are starting to click in place for the Bulls. Jazz are going to wake up. It's another three by Walter Clayton Jr. That's a nice three there. Walter Clayton Jr. Jazz still down by 3, though. All right, Matas there looking for some pick and roll action. Good defense there by Bryce to stay with his man to stay on the drop back. Watch out. There we go. Bryce Sensabaugh. Stay on it. Oh, that's a mismatch there. No, but it's a miss there. Ace Bailey in the right position. Jazz there get another opportunity. And Walter Clayton there, he's going to set things up. Please, Walter Clayton there with a miss. Pass to the Filipowski. Nice one there, Flip. There's a comment there in the chat. Jazz, then Mavs, then cover the first Lakers quarter. You're talking about, are you talking about tomorrow? I'm not doing any streams tomorrow. Like I've got like something personal I need to take care of, but I know the Jazz are facing the Mavs on Saturday. Is the Lakers game? Is there a Lakers game on Saturday? Because I could do the Lakers game on Saturday. Lakers Blazers. I could do that. Or I could do Lakers Raptors. Yeah, I could do Lakers Raptors on Saturday. I could even do Lakers Blazers on Saturday. But I can't, like, if you're talking about tomorrow, like that, I can't do. Can't do that. No streams for tomorrow. But I'll definitely be doing one on Saturday for the Jazz. That one's at I'm pretty sure that one's at 4 p.m. for the Jazz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that game. You know, let me check to make absolutely sure that. Yeah, Jazz game's at 4 o'clock on the Saturday. So 4, 5, 6. And then I think the Hornets game on the Saturday is at 7:30, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so actually I could do Jazz, then Hornets, then Lakers. I'll probably miss some of the Lakers game, the beginning part of the Lakers game, but then I could do Lakers Trailblazers, and literally it'll be from 4 p.m. to what? 11:30. I'll be kind of like streaming on and off, like 3 games a day. So I could do that. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Like, I've mainly just been doing just Jazz games, but I haven't done any games that haven't been the Jazz since just before New Year's. So it's been a couple of weeks. So I definitely actually might do that. I might make Saturday just might be all streaming day from 4 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at night, my time. And then I get Jazz, I get Hornets, and I get Lakers on that Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might do that. I think I might do that. Looks like they blow the whistle. Looks like there's a play that's being reviewed. Looks like Jazz were the ones that ended up getting fouled on that one. Game is currently level right now with just under 7 minutes left in the game. 52-52, but Jazz have an opportunity to take the lead. And there they take it. 53-52. And I think Jazz get the ball back. All right. Keontae George in the game. Isaiah Collier in the game. Filipowski still in the game. Cody back into the game. And Taylor Hendricks is still in the game. All right, still going to be Jazz ball. Filipowski has the ball, passes it to Keontae. Taylor Hendricks with an open 3. Taylor Hendricks hitting 3s. I will take that. All right, Ayo Dosunmu there, faking on the Jazz. He attempts a 3 but misses. Cody Williams is there. Cody's going to set it up. He's going for a dunk. No, he doesn't. Passes out to Keontae George. That's nothing but air on that one. And Dosunmu there. Dosunmu there gets the bucket. A good attempt to get back defense there by Collier and Keontae. But Bulls just down by 2. Jazz 56-54. Very close. Filipowski with a 3. That's a miss. Rebound there by Dosunmu. Dosunmu's what is he gonna do now? Oh, he's making Keontae dance. Goes around, passes to Kobe White. Patrick Williams there with a 3. That's a 3. Bulls take the lead. By Patrick Williams. Filipowski there passing it to Cody. Cody's going to pass it back. You got to do something with it, Cody. Cody there passes it to Keontae George. Oh, Keontae George with the turnover. Dosunmu there with the layup. 59-56. And just like that, Bulls take a decent lead. They're up by 3. All right, Isaiah Collier there with the ball. Isaiah there. He's got Dosunmu there that's on him. Goes for a floater. Misses. And again, too many misses there from the Jazz. They're still in this. Kobe White out. Oh, is it going out? Oh, does the Jazz got it? I think that's going to be a jump ball. Oh, no. Isaac Okoro gets it. That's fine there. Good attempt there by Cody Williams to get the ball. All right, Isaiah Collier there trying to set things up for Keontae. Key's got the ball there. He passes it to the corner to Cody. Cody out there to Keontae. Key's going to be step back 2. Yes, it is. That one says a miss. That rebound there's too late by Taylor Hendricks. Come on, Taylor. 3 by Dosunmu. Oh, he hits a 3. 62-56. Bulls are on a 10-0 run right now. They are showing that, you know what, experience is trumping age all day, any day. Isaiah Collier passes it to Keontae George. Keontae out there with a 2. That's a miss. Too many misses, guys. Fix things. It's a 3 by Kobe White. It's a 3 by Kobe White. 65-56. Come on, guys. Wake up. It's wake up like this. You don't want to see any silliness. I don't think the guys, if the Jazz do lose this, I don't think it's going to be by much. It's still going to be Jazz ball. Filipowski's going to come out. Kyle Anderson coming back in. Yeah, Filipowski playing that 5 is tough for him. I think that's a timeout being called by the Jazz with a little over 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. The game's going to go on break. I also need to take a quick break, so I will be right back. But yeah, stay tuned. All right. I'm back. We got 2 minutes to go in the game. Jazz down by 7. But nevertheless, they try to make a comeback there, courtesy of Keyonte George. They get a nice little layup. Bulls are on the other end. Dosunmu there has the ball now. Kyle Anderson is on him. Jazz definitely need to slow these Bulls down. Kevin Huerter with a 3. That's nothing but rim on that one. It's going to be Jazz ball. Jazz get an opportunity to at least get another 2 points. Put the game within 3. But we'll see. Isaiah Collier coming out the game. Who's going to replace Isaiah? All right, that's going to be Ace Bailey. Jazz really looking to kind of defend better, slow down this Bulls team. I completely agree with that. They get into that line way, way, way too easy. All right, Keyonte George with the ball. Keyonte out there over Huerter. All right, Trey Jones has got the ball. He gets past Cody, passes it out to Huerter, to Smith, to Huerter, to Smith. Little post moves there. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Jalen Smith by Cody. Cody doing pretty well on that play. All right. That's one free throw done there by Jalen Smith. He makes that. They're up by 6 right now. And he makes both of them in. Lead still at 7 right now for the Bulls. With just over a minute left in the game. Not in the game. In the second quarter. Sensabaugh with a 3. That's a miss. Bulls there get the rebound. Matas there looking to pass it to. Jazz, they're playing some good defense right now. Good zone defense there by the Jazz. Ace Bailey's going to have to watch out for the cut. Oh, just managed to see it in time. Even the announcers, Thurl Bailey had to comment there on the defense. Like, I saw what they were doing. Jazz right there with that zone defense playing really well. Jazz, you got to stop them when they're in the box. Come on. You have, when they're in that zone, you got to stop. You can't just let, Patrick Williams there getting another bucket. Bulls up by 9. It's a 3 there by Cody. He misses that. That's got to be a foul on Ace Bailey. No, they don't call the foul. That's going to be Chicago ball. Bulls up by 9. Ayo Dosunmu's got the ball now. All right, Ayo Dosunmu passes it to Terry. Jazz get the rebound. Jazz don't get anything from it. But Bulls up by 9 at the half, 71-62. Jazz still in there. Jazz is still in there. Definitely defense has got to be on both sides. I think Bulls have played slightly better defense there. They start out the game pretty slow. But nevertheless, they are doing pretty well. Let me just fix this slightly. What I'm going to do now is, I think we're going to look at some of the stats now, because I haven't looked at any of it. I have no idea who's doing what, and I can only really go on the eye test there for both players. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to share my screen, and then we can go over like just the box scores and like what both teams are doing. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. All right. Give me 1 sec. Change layout. This. Let me go this. Let me go this. Okay. All right. So this is what things look like right now. So for the Jazz, so we got, holy crap. I did not realize Bryce Sensabaugh at halftime has 28 points. Didn't realize this. Like, I knew he scored a bunch, particularly in the first quarter. Like, I knew that. 15 minutes, 28 points, 10 out of 13 from the field, and 4 out of 6 from three. Hit all his free throws. One rebound, only 1 turnover. That's good. Always want less turnovers. 2 steals. That's been great. That's the one thing I'll say about him, that I've loved that good defense. And it's just a +1 on his plus minus. Bryce has been great because he didn't start this game, but I really like what he's done coming up in off the bench. His positional size gives the Jazz something that they don't have with the other two, because the other 2 shooting guards are Keontae, who slightly shorter and not as physically built. And then that would be the same thing there with Walter Clayton Jr., who can also play the 2. And I know sometimes Ace Bailey will play the 2, but yeah, Bryce Sensabaugh is the true shooting guard, and Keontae George those. So that's fantastic there by Bryce. I didn't feel that he was like our best. I'd have said he was one of our best players. But I would also said like Walter Clayton Jr. I thought did pretty well. I thought Filipowski had a good game, but yeah, Bryce has absolutely blown me. 28 points. Yeah, this has been a silent 21. I haven't noticed this to have been that much. Yeah, I would say Filipowski's had a good game. Like, he's getting a bit owned when it comes to in the paint, trying to score in the paint. I think that's something that Vucevic is kind of stopping with. And Vucevic is around the same, like, he's a little bit shorter than him, but it's definitely longer than him in terms of just wingspan. But I like what Filipowski's given us. But yeah, obviously some good notable mentions. Like Cody, I think has been pretty good. Keontae, I think, has been pretty good. But, we probably need to see more from Keontae. But I think you could definitely tell that this game is about, hey, we need to kind of give our guys more minutes. So guys like Ace Bailey, who's been out injured, Bryce Sensabaugh, who has kind of been in and out of the lineup, and who doesn't get like a ton of minutes. He's going to get a ton of minutes in this game. So 15 minutes, that's kind of what Bryce gets for the whole game. But yeah, just really good. 10 out of 13 from the field. Wow. And then for the Bulls, definitely Isaac Okoro, I've noticed. Kevin Huerter, I've noticed. But again, for the Bulls, it's definitely a lot more balanced. Like Okoro there with 6 points. Like Vucevic, noticed him. Like, he's been good. And Ayo Dosunmu there, he's been good coming up off the bench. I like what he's able to give. But like everybody for the Bulls, it's contributing. Like, this game is so quite even that, yeah, this is going to be a tough one. Bulls there 60% from the field, 61% from the field. And then they're 55% from 3, the Bulls, compared to the Jazz, who are like 38%. Like, 30% is pretty decent, but 55% from 3. And that's really because the Jazz are allowing the Bulls to have non-contested threes, because they just don't defend on the perimeter really well. That's their biggest problem, the Jazz. And, if I had to go back and check the footage and watch the game over, I would say a large bulk of those is because they're having uncontested threes. So, yeah. But that's my thought on the game. Game's pretty level and even. Jazz won the first quarter, but the Bulls definitely won the second quarter. Um, yeah, this game's going to go down to the wire. And I think if you're neutral, you're probably loving this. If you're a Jazz fan, I guess it depends what type of Jazz fan. Jazz fans like myself, we'd like to win every game. That's obviously not going to happen, but all the tankers probably want us to lose. But this game is about progression. We got to see where these guys kind of stack up into comparison to teams like the Bulls, who I would say generally are like a play-in team. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this game goes. But yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing there. But I think what I'll do is I'll probably just go and share this screen instead. At least you guys could be able to see the score whilst the game is on break. All right. All right. I'm also going to take a break to. Why is that not showing? Okay, there we go. I'm also going to take a break, but I'll be right back though, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, I'm back. Let me stop sharing my screen. And we'll get back to normal. There we go. All right. GameStar back right now. Still 64 to 71. Bulls ball. Matas Buzelis has it. He's in the paint. Gets one over on the Jazz. The Jazz are going to do something about defending in the paint, man. Like, because right now the Bulls look like they found the way in order to beat the Jazz, and that is to get on Filipowski, which is a shame because like Filipowski's not that bad. It's just that he's just not a good defender, and he definitely cannot defend in the paint at an NBA level. All right, looks like it's going to be side out. Jazz ball now. Ace Bailey passing to Filipowski. Filipowski with an open three. Filipowski drains an open three. And I let Kyle Filipowski have an open three. Like, that's a weird one for me. Like, Filipowski could shoot. You do not let Kyle Filipowski have open threes. Some good defense there by Cody or Matas. But then I think they're going to call a foul. Cody there becoming one of the Jazz really good defenders. Look at this. Filipowski there has a wide open three. Good shimmy there on Ace Bailey, who actually managed to give him the wide open opportunity. And there's a three there by the Bulls. Keontae George with a three. That is a miss by Key. But then Ace Bailey manages to get the bucket. Gets the rebound and gets a chance there to do something with it. Bulls stood up by 9, 76 to 67. Now, Ace hasn't been that great at shooting the at free throws. He does make the first one though, Ace Bailey. That's good. Like, you know, we need Ace at like 80% from free throws. Gotta do better at free throws, Ace Bailey. All right, he makes both of them, Ace Bailey. Oh, Jazz get the steal, courtesy of Isaiah Collier. And Isaiah right there getting a nice little bucket. Jazz within 5. All smiles from the youngsters. I'm loving this from the Jazz, man. These youngsters are obviously, like, as a Jazz fan, they're making me proud right now. Making me proud, like, to see that game against the Hornets go the way how it did, and then for them to come up against the Bulls, which are like, the Bulls are no mugs. Like, they're a really good, like, young team, you know, and for the Jazz to perform how they are down at the moment, but I think that they've been competitive, and that's all I ask for. Like, I'm not trying to say it's okay to lose games, but you know, if you're out here trying to develop the players you have and you're still competitive, I think that's cool. I do. Now, you can't just be always developing forever. At some point, you gotta, you know, do something with it. But I think what the Jazz are doing in this game, I think it's great. Like, I don't think Yusuf Nurkic is on the bench, but Yusuf Nurkic has not even entered the game yet. Georges Niang is on the bench, has not entered the game. Svi Mykhailiuk is on the bench, has not entered the game. But this lineup of like Filipowski, Cody, Keontae, Isaiah, Ace Bailey, and then you still got Bryson on the bench, Walter Clayton on the bench, Taylor on the bench, and then you got Kyle Anderson who can play the 5 because of his length, because of his wingspan. That's really what it is. You know, if Filipowski was just a little bit longer on wingspan wise, like, I think you'd be fine to play the 5. But this 9-man rotation, I'm liking it. Like, really do. All right, game is on break. Let me go check to see what's going on Twitter in regards to this game. I know compared to some of those other games, maybe there's a lot of people who might be thinking this might be a dud. But if you're a Jazz fan, this is a great game to watch because I see a lot of opportunity here for the Jazz players. And I think a lot of them are taking it by the brass ring, particularly Bryce Sensabaugh, 28 points. No, Bryce is on more than 28 points, Bryce, right? No, Bryce is still on 28 points because he hasn't come to the game yet. But this is all any Jazz fan could ever ask for. All right, I think there might be some changes. Keontae George still in the game with Isaiah. All right, so it's Bulls ball. Tre Jones has it. We got 10 minutes left. 76 for the Bulls, 71 for the Jazz. Vucevic there for the three. That's a miss. Jazz get the ball back, courtesy of Keontae and Isaiah Collier. He's got the afterburners on. He does a few spin moves, but it's a turnover there. I think he was trying to eye for Filipowski, but Filipowski had already moved. And Vucevic just... it looks like they call a foul on Isaiah. Who did he foul? Fouls Patrick Williams. Oh, looks like he just gets a nick, but like, shouldn't even have called a foul. That's nothing. Still Bulls ball. Coby White takes a three. That's a miss. They get the rebound. Patrick Williams there. That's a nice little block there by, I think that's by Cody Williams. Cody Williams becoming a defensive anchor for the Jazz. And Keontae there sets one up for Filipowski. Filipowski gets an easy dunk there. Kyle Filipowski already on 15 points in this third with 9 minutes to go. Filipowski is going to wind up with at least 20, in my opinion. That's a three by the Bulls. That time, Isaac Okoro there again. Back up to 6 now. All right. We got the speed demon himself, Isaiah Collier with the ball. Bulls, I think that is Isaac Okoro. That's on Isaiah Collier. Filipowski there gets the ball, sets it up for Keontae George. I'm loving this lineup. I'm loving this lineup. You got nice, useful talent there. You got creativity there with Isaiah, with Kyle Filipowski. You got that energy there. And look, Jazz get the steal on the breakaway. Filipowski sets it up. You know what? I cannot wait tomorrow morning to listen to Lock on Jazz and to hear David Locke talk about the Utah Jazz and this lineup. This is good. Like, I'm really liking this. All right, Cody Williams right there trying to set things up. He passes Filipowski with a spin, gets one over there on Coby White. And the Jazz right there coming back into this game, 79-79. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left in this game. Tre Jones has the ball there for the Bulls. Tre Jones, it's going to be step back Tre Jones for him, but no, it's a miss. Vucevic gets the ball. It's another miss there. I think that time, good defense there, but from behind, from Isaiah Collier there, setting things up. And he just bullies his way down Isaiah Collier. And the Jazz take the lead, 81-79. The Jazz are in the lead, and that's what I'm trying to say. You know what? You got to give a round of applause for Utah Jazz. Come on. Come on. We got a and they are showing that, hey, we got talent, baby. Oh, Vucevic there hits a three. Jazz lose the lead. As soon as I even think the Jazz lose the lead, Vucevic there drops a three. And during my laughter there, Isaiah Collier gets the ball, tries to drive to the other end, gets fouled, and now he's gonna go. He's gonna go get a layup there. Oh, this is great. This is great. All right, Isaiah gonna about take two. He takes the first one, makes it, Game is level now, 82-82. All right, Ace Bailey coming out, Bryce coming in. My guess is that Ace is probably playing the 3, so Bryce will come in at the 3. I still see Keontae there. Oh, no. Yeah, Keontae's still there. Yeah, so Isaiah at the 1, Keontae at the 2, Bryce at the 3. That means that Cody's at the 4, probably because of his length. And then we got Filipowski at the 5. Patrick Williams there with a 3. Bulls take the lead. Jazz lose the ball again. What are we doing? We get a bucket. Bulls restore their lead by 4 now, 87-83. And just like that, Jazz mess it up. All right, they got to learn sometime, but that's fine. Filipowski there passing it to Isaiah. Isaiah's trying to make somebody dance. Oh, Isaiah getting through 3 guys. Isaiah, wow. Almost there. Isaiah dances through 2 guys, tries to drive to the basket, doesn't manage to get enough lift on that, and it ends up going out. Bulls there with a 3. Filipowski there trying to get the block on Herter, but doesn't manage to. And I think that's a timeout being called by the Jazz, 89-83. And you could tell they just want them just a bit of reset. You know, nothing majorly wrong has happened, just a bit of reset right now. Bulls are there getting a bit more confident, and we don't want that lead to go back to where it was before, where it was a lead of 9 and 11. You know, let's keep it closer to 2 or 3 for the Bulls. Maybe the Jazz can get the lead back again. But Jazz playing some pretty interesting play on that play, on that last couple of possessions there. I mean, Filipowski there with a nice little spin move over Kobe White to get a dunk. When I'm looking at points wise, Isaiah Collier that change of pace that's so good for Isaiah Collier when he wants to. I mean, he just gets to the basket anytime he wants to. Like, you just cannot stop this guy. That you literally have to, unless you have somebody in the paint on the rim, you are not going to stop Isaiah Collier from getting to the rim. Like, even in the Cavs game, I was thinking about this the other day. You know the amount of times I saw Isaiah Collier guarding Evan Mobley, the center? And because Evan Mobley isn't like a big, like burly center where like Nurkic, who weighs, 280? Like, Isaiah Collier there is able to move Evan Mobley. And I really like that. So right now, Bryce hasn't really taken a shot. Bryce has come on for the only 1 minute in this third quarter. He still has 28 points there. My guess is that he will try to kind of set other guys up and probably play some defense. He still has 28. But Ace Bailey's there on 10. And you know what? Ace Bailey has some pretty good stats right now. He's at 10 points in his 20 minutes. He's 4 out of 6 from the field, only attempted 1 3, 2 out of 2 from free throw line. He's got 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Like, and he's got a +6. Like, he's the only one. As a matter of fact, Ace Bailey has the best plus-minus out of every single one in our whole game right now. And that's because he's the only one that's a true two-way player. Like, offensively, I think he's a beast. And defensively, I think he's a beast. He rebounds, he steals, he blocks, and he scores. You know, that's Ace Bailey. Like, you know, he really is a core piece. And, like, how the Jazz use him is like that. They don't just use him as, like, a scorer. They have him doing all sorts of things. So, I know a lot of people might look at that and compare him to Con Knipple and be like, hey, why doesn't he have 30? But the Jazz really do use him in lots of different ways. 10, 2, and 2 in 20 minutes, like that's a fair stat. For a rookie, that's a fair stat. That's a block there by Bryce Sensabaugh's attempted 3. All right, that's a steal there by the Jazz. This time, Walter Clayton Jr. is in the game. Walt out there to Keontae George. Looks like Isaiah Collier is on the bench. Kyle Anderson comes in, which means Filipowski's on the bench. And then Cody's still in the game. Cody's going to be right there doing Cody Williams things. He's going to be shutting guys down. Lockdown. We got to watch out for the pick and roll action right there. Jazz do a great job of defending on the perimeter on that play. You can see what the Bulls there are trying to do. Kyle Anderson has got to stay in front of Patrick Williams. Got to stay. He's done pretty well on that nice one there. They get the rebound. We have to stop the rebound. Jazz have to do pretty well. Don't give up. Stay there. There we go, Cody. Nice one, Cody. Isaac Okoro there out to the wing. Herter there with a three. That's nothing but air on that one. And the Jazz playing really well on defense. Cody Williams with a monster dunk. Shout out to Cody. There we go. Jazz playing really good on this play. Constant applying pressure. I like it. It's a three there by the Bulls. That's a miss. All right, Kyle Anderson there with the ball. He sets it up for Bryce. Bryce is probably going to look to the corner. No, he doesn't. He gets fouled. Bryce is going to go to the line to shoot two. That's a good foul, at least for the Jazz it is, because Bryce is pretty good at free throws. I put him around 80%. Nice alley-oop pass there by Walter Clayton, setting up Cody. Cody's been absolutely fantastic, and I got to say that I didn't think he would improve this much, but Cody Williams has been great. Really, really good, great. Like, if you're looking at the season overall so far, like, it's been great. Now that we're one game away from 41 games, where we're halfway in the season, then I can really start looking at how a lot of these young guys have been progressing. All right, Bryce Sensamal making both shots. Jazz down by 2 right now. It is Bulls ball, and Ayo Dosunmu is the man with a plan that's going to bring the ball up. Dosunmu out to the wings. That's too easy for the Bulls. Jazz are going to do better than that. Bulls nailed the 3. That one by Isaac Okoro. Keeps under pressure. All right, Bryce Sensabaugh there receives the ball from Kyle Anderson. No, nice little action there. Cody's going to have to take a shot one day. Walter Clayton there tries to go for 3. That gets blocked. It's still going to be Bulls ball. Bulls are on a breakaway. Jazz almost got it. Well, Jazz got a touch on it, but it ends up going out off the Jazz. Still going to be Bulls ball. Kevin Huerter, I think, is going to come back into the game if he wasn't already. And Bulls get another try. Ayo Dosunmu there going to drive it to the basket. It's a miss. Kyle Anderson gets the ball now. Those long arms, Mr. Tentacle himself. Kyle Anderson there getting a bucket. I think he gets fouled. Does he get fouled? Yeah, Kyle Anderson gets fouled. He's going to go to the line. I think they're calling that one on Huerter. If he doesn't get fouled by Huerter, then he gets fouled by Okoro. They put it on Huerter. And he's got 4 fouls, Huerter. Oof. All right, Kyle Anderson does make that shot. Jazz are down by 2. They get it back into 2, but what? Jazz are going to turn this game around now. Let's start going for the win. Let's not worry about the tankers. Let's go for the win. Matas there with an open 3. That's nothing but air. That goes out. Jazz ball again. Jazz have an opportunity on this possession to take the lead, whether it be by 3 or to get level. With just under 3 minutes left. Exactly 2 minutes 59 from where I am right now. All right, Walter Clayton there. Passes it to Keontae George. George there with a miss. And Isaac Okoro is going to bring the ball up. We got to stay there with him. Okoro out to Ayo Dosunmu. And Desumu's gonna pass it to Kobe White, to Matas. Watch out for the screen. You got to drop back. Stop. Oh, that's a nice block. But Kobe White gets the ball. Kobe White takes a three, but he gets a miss. Jazz there get the ball back. And the Jazz are going to try something new. Good defense there by Kobe White. Watch out for the backcourt violation. Come on now, Walt. Walter Clayton. Oh, Walter Clayton there with a turnover. It's going to be Bulls ball. Bulls playing some really good defense right now. Corner three by the Bulls. That's a miss. Taylor Hendricks gets the ball now. And I think that's... Did they call a foul? They might have called a... I think it's Bryce Sensabaugh again. Getting a bit too froggy, Bryce. Yeah, that's... I don't even think he touches him that much. But Bryce does get up on him that Jalen Smith just really takes advantage of. It's going to be side out, Bulls ball. 92-90 in favor of the Bulls. It's a three by Trey Jones. No. All right. Jazz ball. Sensabaugh has it. Bryce there with a floater. Bryce gets it. Bryce must have over 30 points by now. Yes, he does. That is his 32nd point in this game. I want this game to really mean something. Kobe White with a long two. The Jazz could get a win. That would be fantastic. Keontae George only there with 10 points in this game. Look at Ace Bailey there with a step back too. Very, very KD-esque. All right, we got Isaac Okoro on the ball. Ace Bailey doing pretty well right now. Ace Bailey there. Nice defense there by Ace. I think that's going to be Bulls ball. Looks like ball comes off Ace. Yeah, looks like it's going to be Bulls ball. Didn't look like it came off Ace on that one. All right, there we go. Okay, where is it? I can't tell from here. All right. That is not a foul. That is ridiculous. No. That's not a foul. They called a foul on Kyle Anderson. Kobe White's going to go to the line to shoot too. Game is level right now, 92-92. My nose is blocked right now. I don't have a cold, but I do have like sinus. All right, he misses the first one, but he does make the second. And Bulls take the lead again, only up by one though, with 42 seconds left. This has definitely been a very groggy third quarter. Kyle Anderson there trying to go for the hook shot. The Jazz have won this third quarter. I will say that. But when you think the fact that they were already down by 9 at the beginning of the third, they've done really well to come back in this game. They're only down by 1 right now with 25 seconds to go. Walter Clayton, the star from Florida. Let's see what you got. Come on, Walt. Walt out there to Taylor Hendricks. Taylor. Is it a turnover? It's a turnover. Where we need Taylor Hendricks to take a Cody Williams leap. If Taylor Hendricks could take a Cody Williams leap, things would be good. Looks like they call a whistle. Who do they call it on? Vucevic or Walter Clayton? Hold on. What? hold on. They call him Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton's out there. Like, anyway. All right, Vucevic there. He gets his first bucket of these free throws. Bulls up by 2. Can they make it 3? Oh, that's a miss swap. Nice one there. Jazz get a bucket at the end, courtesy of Kyle Anderson, and the game is level 94-94. Oh, I keep messing this up. Jazz doing pretty well. They won the third quarter. Game is leveled, and now it's like you just got to go out there and execute in the fourth quarter. Go out there and win the fourth quarter. But this has been good. So, like, the reason why this game is looking good so far, because you got Kyle Filipowski there, 22 minutes, 17 points. He's 8 out of 13 from the field. Like, real nice performance. He's got 5 rebounds and 3 assists, 1 steal. Like, those are the kind of numbers similar that I expect from Filipowski. Like, I see Filipowski minimum being a 25-5 guy. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Maybe a steal and a block. And that's kind of what he has right now. Cody Williams, like, he's been smart. He hasn't been taking many shots. He's only taken 4, and he made 2 of them. Good. He's got 4 points. He's got 7 rebounds though, Cody. You know, if we could get Cody to like 10 and 10, like 10 points, 10 rebounds a game, he's got 2 assists as well, and a block, which is good. Keontae George there, he's been kind of poor. He's got 10 points in his 26 minutes, 4 out of 11. Like, that's not good. But, I mean, it looks like this game really isn't about Keontae George. I do have to say that. He does have 6 assists, though, which is good for Keontae. I do like that. You know, I would say that's pretty high for him. You know, I would say that's more like Isaiah Collier. Ace Bailey, they're doing pretty well. He's got 10 points in 22 minutes. Again, two assists, 2 rebounds. And then Bryce Sensabaugh there on the bench, 22 minutes. 2 rebounds, hit all of his free throws. Like, it's been good. Like, I could honestly say from everybody that I've seen, even Kyle Anderson, he's been good. Walter Clayton. Taylor Hendricks is the only one where I'm like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like it. Then for the Bulls, I mean, Vucevic, he continues to show himself out to be like, he's the big dog. And then it's really just the bench from the Bulls where, like, they've really shown. Jalen Smith, Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, and Ayo Dosunmu, they're all in double digits. And Smith, Williams, and Terry are with 11 points. And Ayo Dosunmu there's got 10. Yeah, there's definitely the Bulls' bench is where everything is coming from. Isaac Okoro there for me, I still think has been very good in this game. He's only got 9, but I thought he's played well. All right. Game is back. It's Bulls ball. That was expected. That's too easy there. Vucevic there getting a floater. And have you noticed in this game that Jusuf Nurkic has not come once in this game yet? And he probably isn't, unless there's an injury. Oh, nice one there. Filipowski, Ace Bailey. Oh, Jazz not giving up. The Jazz are not giving up. They lose. Filipowski loses the ball. Ace Bailey loses the ball. Bryce Sensabaugh finally gets to the ball, and he gets a floater. And Bryce Sensabaugh getting more points. Bryce Sensabaugh is going to wind up with 40 in an NBA game. Vucevic there getting a hook shot over Filipowski. Why am I blanking out? All right, Walter Clayton out there to Filipowski. Filipowski passes it to Bryce. This looks like this is Bryce's game now. Bryce there with a long 2. Bryce there with a long two. Oh my God. Bryce is taking over, baby. What a game by Bryce Sensabaugh. It's a steal there, and it's by Bryce Sensabaugh. Bryce, baby. Oh, that's good. Oh, I think they call a charge on Bryce. No. Like, wow. We got a comment there in the chat. Shout out to the 4 people that are watching the stream. Much appreciated. D-Rom says, I think I jinxed Keontae. I don't know. I don't know, because like Keontae's normally fine. Like I never have to like think, oh, like what's going on with Keontae. In the loss against the Hornets, he didn't play well in that game. But I don't know what's happening. Has he been told to kind of pass the ball to Bryce? Because like let me even look at it. Like Keontae should be doing a lot better. Well, maybe not a lot better, but like a little bit better. Like he's attempted 11 shots. Like he hasn't made any of his threes. That's the difference with Keontae. He's 4 out of 11. But I mean, like this, like Filipowski's taking more shots than Keontae. Bryce is taking more shots. Like I wouldn't be surprised if the coach was just like, "Hey, we're gonna like have this game be more about Bryce and Kyle," because that's what it looks like. I mean, if Keontae is like, if the focus was on, hey, Keontae's a star today, and you guys there to support him, then Keontae would be taking more shots. Like he just hasn't. He hasn't played like, I can't say he's played badly, but I would have expected more. I think that's fair. But you never know. Like he might come back in this fourth quarter and it might just be lights out. But my guess is that they probably want to, rest Keontae. Like we do have there's another game tomorrow that unfortunately I won't be covering against the Dallas Mavericks. And that's actually a long trip. So you're going from the East Coast back there to the West to what? Texas? Going there to Texas, to Dallas. I've been to Dallas before. Great city, Dallas. So, bro, Chuck Glizzy, you still here? Hey, your boys are doing really well. They're up by 2 right now. 100-98, just under, or just a little over 9 minutes to go, to be really fair. But yeah, listen, Bulls have been good. But I gotta say that I've been very impressed by these Jazz youngsters / kind of. I guess a lot of them are future talent. I can't even say rotation players because Ace Bailey's the future. Walter Clayton, like Walter Clayton, one day is going to be the starting for the Jazz. Him and Keontae George, I think. Same thing there with Ace Bailey. Filipowski there for me has easily the potential to be a starter. So you got a lot of guys that the Bulls are going up against that have a lot of bright futures. Bryce Sensabaugh there, I would say, he's probably more of a rotation player, but like given the opportunity, like look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. So I think the Jazz are playing really well, but this Bulls team, they are definitely taking us to the limit. They shoot the 3 ball pretty well. I think they are at 44% from 3. The Bulls. They're 49% from the field. Jazz are 54%. And overall, they're like shooting wise, like they've been like pretty solid. I think the only thing that one might be thinking about the Bulls is that there just isn't one person that like kind of takes over. Like I think Vucevic is probably the one that you might be thinking, maybe. But when you look at their bench, like Jalen Smith, Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, and Ayo Dosunmu, they're all in double digits. These are your bench guys. Like, and I actually like Jalen Smith and Patrick Williams and Ayo Dosunmu and Isaac Okoro there. I mean, Isaac Okoro used to play for the Jazz. So, but yeah. No, good game so far. But I need to change the battery on my camera. It's going to die on me before the end, and that would be really annoying. So I will be right back. I'm just going to put the screen up. But yeah, I'll be right back. No more than about 90 seconds. Okay, all right. Game is back now. Isaac Okoro, I saw make a couple free throws. So the Bulls right now, they're up by 5. Jazz right there with a 3, courtesy by Ace Bailey, but that's a miss. There by Ace Bailey. Bulls, they have the ball now. Jazz have to just keep staying in there. They still have a chance to win this, but this Bulls team pretty good. Gotta say, pretty good. They got a lot of good, solid role players from what I see, and I think that's they use someone like a Josh Giddey to really maximize those guys because they're the type of guys that, depending on what game it is, they can get hot real quick. Like I could imagine that, like a Jalen Smith, a Patrick Williams, an Ayo Dosunmu, and even an Isaac Okoro. I mean, I've seen Kobe White go off as well, but I could imagine like on their day, they can be balling out. And just like that, Kevin Huerter gets a 3, first 3 of the quarter, and that one definitely deserves Kevin Huerter right there with a 3. Jazz down by 8. Sensabaugh there with a 3. Well, sorry, with a midi. He gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. All right, Bryce is at the line to shoot 2. Bryce makes the first one. All right, Ace Bailey coming out the game from what I hear. All right, Bryce makes the second one. Taylor Hendricks coming in the game there. I think the Jazz are looking to add more physicality. Taylor Hendricks right there. I think he's going to be dealing with, I think that's Isaac Okoro. He's got to stay on that. Kevin Huerter. Watch out for Kevin Huerter. He can shoot him. Watch out for the screen. Drop back. Come on now. Defense. No, Bryce, that's your fault. That is Bryce Sensabaugh's fault on that one. Filipowski there follows Ayo Dosunmu. And either, like, that's just bad communication. Bryce Sensabaugh there with a missed 3. He's got to pass. Bryce, you got to pass. Do not handle everything yourself. And Isaiah Collier there gets the layup, courtesy of Bryce. Jazz down by 6. But on that last play, Bryce Sensabaugh should have dropped back, let Filipowski follow Ayo Dosunmu, and he stays in front of Vucevic in order to stop him getting the easy bucket. But that's where that kind of like defensive mindset has to work. Like somebody has to like give and take. But yeah, Jazz got to work on that. Game is on break right now, but I think what I'll do is I'll take a look at the comments there. We do have McLean Blackwell. I don't recognize you, McLean Blackwell. You must be someone new. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Much appreciated. He or she says, did a live two-leg Bulls ML and Bryce 40 points after you said it. Okay. Yeah, because look, Bryce is on what? How much now? Bryce is on 36. Like, he's gonna get to 40. Like, honestly, something calamitous would have to happen for Bryce not to get 40. He is like oozing with confidence right now to the point where, like, he's gonna get 40. And with 9 minutes to go, oh yeah, for sure. Bryce might come out at like the 6-minute mark, but my guess is that because the Jazz have another game tomorrow against the Dallas Mavericks, I think, they went for like a full kind of like change. So that's why you haven't really seen too much of Keontae. I even think Keontae might have been like, he's not going to play as hard as what he normally would, or at least go as intense as he normally would, because it just feels like it just isn't the same Keontae. They're probably thinking about the game tomorrow. And listen, I completely understand. Like, they're going to need the guys for tomorrow, especially guys like Lowry and Nurkic. And for them to be fresh is really good. Because after that game there, they got a game on Saturday. So they'll all get like another day rest, which is great. I don't even think Lowry even traveled, which is fine. McLean Blackwell says he's a first time in enjoying your channel and takes really no. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. This is something that I do on a regular basis. I stream almost all of the Jazz games. Tomorrow's Jazz game, I will miss, though, unfortunately. I've got some personal stuff that I need to sort out. That will only be the second game this season that I will miss. There's a few more games in the future that I will be missing for the Jazz. But again, those are just based on some personal stuff. Nevertheless, I am locked in when it comes to watch along content and play-by-play commentary. And a lot of times I just want to have some fun, talk some basketball with you and rest of the viewers. And then that's what it's all about. We're going to continue this for the rest of the season. We're going to go into the playoffs, and we're just going to talk, enjoy, have ourselves a good ass time. And if you like it, great. Subscribe to the channel. If not, that's fine. Like, just stay and have a watch. That's what I say. We're going to continue having fun until the end of the season, until we get to the draft. And then we're going to have lots of fun around that time. Lots of fun. But yeah, no, thank you very much for coming to the stream, McLean. All right, so Bulls right now, we got Jalen Smith there getting in a couple of buckets there. Jazz there down by 7 with 7 minutes to go exactly. All right, Keontae George there. Keontae gets the bucket. Yeah, that's something that we need. We need Key to come into this game. Keontae George getting the Jazz a bucket. He's going to go to the line to shoot one. That's going to put the Jazz within 4. Right now, it's 104 to 109 in favor of the Bulls. But the game is close. The game is very close. Let's see what happened next. All right. Key to the line to shoot 1. Oh my, Keontae George, who's like 90% from the free throw line, misses. Wow, that is definitely a strange one to see. Keontae George there, 12 points, 6 assists. Real good. Patrick Williams there with the ball now at the top of the key. He's got Kyle Anderson that's on him. Tries to go for the spin move. Woo! That was nice there. Patrick Williams getting the bucket there for the Chicago Bulls. Bulls up by 7. Kyle Anderson, slow-mo there, passing to Cody. Oh, my God. Cody there just not been able to bury that one. Cody's got to do a little bit of a better job with that. Cody finds someone else to mark. Huerter there out. We got to watch out for the perimeter. Dosunmu there goes for a floater, and he gets that one. Bulls up by 9 right now, 104 to 113. We got just under 6 minutes. Time is running out for the Jazz. Can they win? Can they win? That's all I want to know right now. Can they win? I could feel it that they have it, but Keontae with a 3. That isn't good. Keontae, I think, is cold as ice right now from 3. I don't think Keontae has hit any of his 3s in this game, and that should be his 4th 3 that he's attempted, I think. Yep, that's right. That was his 4th 3. Ayo Dosunmu there getting 1. He gets fouled. Bulls still in the lead right now. They're up by 11, but they have the chance to make it a lead by 12. And Ayo Dosunmu's going to go to the line for the and 1. If he does, then they'll be up by 12. But a good play there by Ayo Dosunmu. Jazz just got to make sure they're on the ball defensively. Sometimes just little lapse in judgment here and there. Tired legs sometimes can have it with it, but I think that's fine. Like, that's the only way a lot of these guys are going to learn. That's the only way Cody's going to learn. That's the only way Ace Bailey's going to learn. But, yeah, I think this has been super beneficial to their development. Because it's not as though, like, it's been that gap like how it was with the Hornets. It's been competitive. Isaiah Collier there with a miss. Keontae George there. Finish it up. He gets 2, and he's going to get the Jazz another point. I think that puts now Keontae there to 14, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 1. Yeah, let's get Keontae back up to 25, which is what he normally is getting in the NBA now, or at least that 23 to 25 range. He's got 5 minutes. He could definitely do that. At some point, as we start approaching these last 5 minutes of the game, clutch Keontae, which I like to call the major key alert, will show up, and then it's going to be SmackDown time. So I'm waiting for SmackDown time for Key. All right, Keontae, he's on Ayo Dosunmu right now. He passed it to Kevin Huerter. Dosunmu. Huerter gets a switch. It's an open 3. That's a miss. Come nothing but rim on that one. Keontae George, he's got the ball now. Keontae George is taking over. He passes it to Isaiah. It's going to be a jump ball. I can't believe that. Oh, no, it isn't. Is it going to be a foul? I think it's going to be a foul. That's great if it's going to be a foul. I was about to say that's a good play by Ayo Dosunmu. I think it's going to – it looks like it's going to be a jump ball. All right. Kevin Huerter's coming out. Jalen Smith is coming out. Yeah, it's going to be a jump ball. Isaiah gets it, but oh no, he passes the way of Trey Jones. Jazz playing some good defense on that one. Come on now, let's get the zone proper. All right, Isaiah's going to watch out for that zone. Nice play there defensive play there by Ace Bailey. Good play there by Ace. Ace there doing really well. It's a missed 3 by Vucevic. Jazz have an opportunity to come back in this right now. Filipowski there with a layup. Giving the Jazz another 2 points. Jazz 109, Bulls 116. We got a comment there in the chat. Prestizi says, love the positive energy. Thank you very much. I try to be as positive as I can. There aren't that many games where I'm in full negativity mode, but I gotta say win, lose, or draw Prestizi, because I assume you're a Jazz fan. to see these young players go out there in this game and still be competitive to a Bulls team that are near full strength. Like, they just don't have Josh Giddey. And I've been impressed. I've been very impressed by everyone. To be fair, everyone. I'd probably say it's only been Taylor Hendricks that I haven't, not that I haven't been impressed by, but he just hasn't played enough. But everybody else I've been impressed by. And I'll talk about it as we get to the end of the game, win, lose, or draw. But yeah, let's go out there and be positive because I want the win. I want the win. All right. Vucevic does make both free throws. That lead of 9 is still maintained by the Bulls. But we got clutch. Keontae is in the building and he gets another bucket. And clutch Keontae, he has no time to mess around. Jazz 111. Jazz now down by 7. Bulls 118. Good pass and move performance there by Keontae and Bryce. .344 to go. So here's the schedule for the Jazz. They got Dallas tomorrow, which I've said I won't be able to do. They got Dallas again on Saturday, which I will be doing, along with the Lakers game on Saturday and along with the Hornets game on Saturday. So I'll be streaming from like 4 till about 11:30. I'm going to do all the games there on those 3 games there on Saturday. So Jazz, Hornets, Lakers on Saturday. And then on Monday, it's going to be San Antonio. And I'll also be doing that as well. All right, timeout is done. We got 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go. Jazz are down by 7. We have all of our young players out there, Jazz. So if you're a Jazz fan right now and you wanted development, we got it right now. We got development right now. And be excited because I like what the Jazz players have done this game. All right, Trey Jones there with the ball for the Bulls. Vucevic has it at the top of the key. Filipowski's on him, though. Ace Bailey, he's trying to block out Trey. What a block there by Ace Bailey, but he doesn't manage to get it. I think that one gets tapped in by Vucevic, unfortunately. But good defense there by Ace Bailey. And the Jazz are going to have to, turn this around. Ace Bailey now with the ball, receives it. Bryce Sensabaugh with a 3. Bryce hits a 3, and Bryce there gets over 40 points. I think there was someone earlier on that told me that they put some money on Bryce to go over 40. But there you go, sir. Bryce has now just scored over 40. That he should be on 41 to be exact. Yes, he is. 41 to be exact. 41 points in 31 minutes. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals by Bryce. Bryce Sensabaugh is on God mode right now. He has left Bryce baby behind. And he is on God tier. He is Hashirama Senju. If you don't know who that is, YouTube Naruto. Well, Clay Blackwell says, yes, Bryce 41 points. Yeah. Bryce is on 40. And I expect that to go up. If this game gets any closer, I think the Jazz are going to try a few more threes to see if they could go about and win this game, or at least to get it to overtime, and then take it from there. But the Jazz have to nice cut, the baseline cut there by Cody. Cody there getting a few more points there. That's what I want to see. Cody hasn't taken a lot of shots, but like he's been in the right positions at the right time, played some good defense there as well. I want him to get some more points, man. Like, you got to feel confident. No, that's an open 3 by Vucevic. That's a miss. Vucevic misses. He's been really good all game. Vucevic. What is his first name, Vucevic? Like Nikola Vucevic. I'm never going to forget that. Oh, it's a turnover by the Jazz. Jazz have to start with the turnovers. Oh, that's got to be a foul. They don't call it. Vucevic there gets a bucket. Bulls up by 8 right now. It is Jazz ball, though. Keontae George gets the bucket. He gets fouled. It's 118 to 124. I'm assuming Keontae's going to get in this bucket. I'm assuming he's going to get this free throw, because if he does, that puts it to 119 to 124. That puts that lead only to 6. That's only a couple of threes. And we have Keontae, we got Bryce, a.k.a. he's on God mode right now. He is Madara Uchiha. He is Hashirama Senju. He is the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. He is on a whole nother level right now, Bryce Sensabaugh. So anything is possible. All right, Kobe White there with the ball. Kobe White there passes it to Dosunmu. Dosunmu there to Vucevic. Vucevic out there. Good move and play by the Bulls. It's a missed 3 by Jones. Oh, it's a ball goes off for the Jazz, I think. Oh, they caught it off the Bulls. Okay. Jazz are going to get the ball back. Some really good move and play there. Ball comes off of Isaac Okoro. The referees are calling it. But I'm really liking the way how the Bulls are playing. Really good competitive game. You got these Jazz youngsters, first, second, and third year players going up against this Bulls team that don't have their best player in Josh Giddey. It's a 3 by Keontae. That's a foul. And Keontae George, a third-year player, is super experienced. Yep, they're showing the replay right now. That is 3 free throws right there. The only question is, did Kobe White touch him? But it looks like he did. Keontae, we need you right now. Keontae right there hits the first one. The Jazz might take this to overtime. I'm loving this right now. All right. Come on, Key. Keontae out there. Going to shoot his second one. Makes the second one. Jazz 121 right now. Bulls 124. We got literally under 90 seconds in this game. Stay with me here right now. McLean Blackwell says, shout out to me for mentioning the 41. Of course, man. Of course. Listen, right now it's still such a small community. But the bigger and more subscribers that I get, I still want to remember what you guys say there in the chat, because a lot of times it's just really good fun kind of talking to everybody about basketball. And I think the community aspect of it is it's the best part. So Keontae makes all 3 free throws. And it's 122 to 124. Keontae once again drives to the basket. He gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And with 57.9 seconds left, the Jazz have an opportunity to make this all level right now. I think this is great. I know Bulls fans might be pretty annoyed right here. Kobe White is definitely annoyed. Chopped Glizzy, I know you are still there. Probably you're still there. I know you're a Bulls fan. Stay in there with me. Like, your guys still have a chance. I know there can only be one winner in this. Somebody's going to have to be a winner and somebody's going to have to be a loser. But it's a very good game. It's still going to be close. Don't close your eyes just yet. All right, Keontae's about to take his last one. He makes it 124, 57 seconds left in this game. Game is all level. Jazz was down by 8 at one point. Jazz have got to play defense right now. Kevin Huerter loses the ball. What did he get fouled? I can't tell. He might have gotten fouled on that play. I think he got fouled by Bryce. Yeah, I think he got fouled by Bryce. Kevin Huerter is going to go to the line for the free throw. Haven't seen him shoot any free throws in a while, Kevin Huerter, but I think he's pretty good because at least he's a good three-point shooter. So he should kind of knock these ones down. Yeah, he makes the first one, Kevin Huerter. Bulls up by 125 to 124. This has been a really good game. Kevin Huerter there with 9 points. I thought he would have had a lot more, Kevin Huerter. And if he does make this Bulls team is something, right? Because, again, like Kevin Huerter, he just makes the second one. All of the Bulls players on the bench are in double digits. That is phenomenal. Oh, that's all. No, the Jazz, Filipowski. Filipowski there with the miss. Oh, man. It's good. Ball goes out off of Chicago. It's going to be Utah ball. So much things happen on this. Oh, we got Filipowski there, drives. He takes that pause. He takes that pause, and you could tell because he wants to get it right. You could tell he's thinking like the wheels are turning in his head, wanting to get things right. But I'm really, really proud of these guys, right? We don't have any real vets that played. No, sorry, that's a lie. Kyle Anderson is the only vet that played. None of them started though. Kyle Anderson didn't start. Kyle Anderson came up off the, or was that right? Yeah, Kyle Anderson came up off the bench. And Kyle Anderson only played 17 minutes. Everybody else played more minutes than Kyle Anderson. Ace Bailey's on 30 minutes. Isaiah Collier's on 22. Keontae's on 33. Cody's on 29. Filipowski's on 30. Bryce is on 32. Walter Clayton's on 21. This has been a great game for the Jazz youngsters. And they now have an opportunity to win this game, which I think would do wonders for their confidence. Wonders. It should have already done wonders for their confidence now, but like I think this would do wonders for their confidence if they go about and win this game, because this has been a tough game. You know, Bulls I thought played pretty well. I think their bench, the Bulls bench, is phenomenal. Like, once this game is done, I'll share my screen again, and you'll see ESPN and how, like, why I think the Bulls bench has been great. Bryce Sensabaugh again, a nice layup. Game is all level, 126 to 126. We got 28 seconds to go. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, wow. Bryce Sensabaugh has 43 points. I think someone's looking for a 50-piece. I don't think he's going to get it, though. I think it might be too close for Bryce to get a 50-piece, but Bryce might wind up with 45 or 47. I think this is great. Bryce Sensabaugh there. What is he, 80% from the mid-range. He's 50% from three. He's hit all of his free throws, and he has 43 points, Bryce Sensabaugh. Hold on, what am I doing? I actually have a clapper. There you go, guys. All right, there's calling a timeout. Now, this is what we call in England squeaky bum time. This is the time where we have to be on the ball, concentrate, and execute. Keontae's out there. Like, Keontae's done really well. Like, I was worried that Keontae wouldn't get anywhere near his average. He's his average now, 25, 8 out of 16 from the field, like 50% from the field. Still has not hit any threes, Keontae. Very strange. Very strange from Keontae. All right, here we go. Bulls ball now. All right, they're starting from the backcourt, and Coby White's going to bring it up. There's only going to be a few seconds left, depending on how this play goes by Coby White. Coby White out there to Vucevic. Coby White with an open three. That's a miss. Oh, they get the ball back. No, my God, no, Bulls get it. Vucevic gets the bucket. There was no one in the paint. Oh my God, there was no one in the paint. No, that's a travesty. Oh, those poor Jazz players. Oh, Vucevic was left open. Jazz doing really well on the defending part between Ace Bailey and Cody. They just lose Vucevic. And then like Filipowski sees it too late. Yeah, they just lose it. They just lose it there. Someone's put something in the chat. Game will go. Oh, Project Fortnite says game will go into overtime. I hope so. Oh, I hope so. We got 4 seconds left. I see Billy Donovan with the Bulls is drawing something up right now. You know, like, yeah, it is special plays time. Vucevic there with 35 points. I'll talk about him after this game is done. Will Hardy's there. He's talking to the guys, like, you know, to go out there and, you know, do something like, yeah, it's all in these young players' hands. Like, it's their moment. It's their time to shine. And I think that they've done really, really well. All right, what are the Jazz going to do? Are they going to go for 3 or are they going to go for 2? Let's just get this inbound pass right. Who are they going to pass it to? Get it right. Pass it to someone. Keontae George missed the clutch. Keontae with a 3. No, it's over. Oh my God, Project Fortnite, you were wrong. No. Oh man. Everybody that wanted to tank, they won this for the Jazz. But I gotta say, if you're a Jazz fan, like, you won this game. If you wanted to see these young guys develop, that's what we got in this game. Keontae George there taking the 3, going for the spectacular. I wouldn't expect anything else from Keontae. I wouldn't have expected anything else from Keontae. Like, you know, he missed. It is what it is. But Bryce Sensabaugh ended the game. I think he ended it with 43. We're gonna see in a sec. But Project Fortnite, I think they should have gone for the 2-point play. I thought they should have gone for that as well. The only thing that I could see the reason why is that I know they got another game tomorrow, and maybe they were thinking, hey, like, we want to end this. You know, if we're gonna do it, like, let's go for the win. But like, I think maybe if it had gone into overtime, I think maybe they would have had a better chance to kind of win this. But you know, just real good effort from the guys. Like, I'm honestly really impressed by the game. Project Fortnite says tank teams should always contend with each other. Good game. No, I don't like tanking, man. I don't like tanking. That's why I wanted to win this game, because I know all the people that want the Jazz to tank. I know they'd be upset. But this actually is, like you said, it's a good game if you want to tank, because like, you get everything that you want. You get a good basketball game, and your team still loses. But yeah, it is what it is. But okay, what we're gonna do right now, we are gonna take a look at this game. We're gonna take a look at everything. So let me just change my layout here for a sec, and then I'll share my screen. And we could really take a look at what went right for the Jazz and what went wrong. So obviously, Bulls won 128 to 126. Bulls just won the first quarter, literally by 2. I still think both teams could have done a better job on the defensive side, but I really like what both teams were doing in the end. Really good play. Yeah, just a really good, enjoyable game. Starting with the Jazz players, right? So Filipowski, I've always said it, that I felt Filipowski is the type of player, he will give you 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And that is very close to what he got in this game. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. On top of that, he only had 1 turnover. He always handles the ball pretty well. 3 steals. Didn't get a block. I would have expected at least a block from Filipowski. Overall, I thought he had a good game. Like, I really like what Filipowski was given. Again, when he goes up against like true centers, that's where he gets owned, because those long arms of Nikola Vucevic, he was just like he was scoring a hook shot on Filipowski from the free throw line. Like, that's how Filipowski just does not do well with going up against centers. But nevertheless, I still think if you take Filipowski for what he is, he's a 4 that's being asked to play a 5. I think he does a very good job for what he does. And I really liked him in this game, even though that they had him at a -8. And I know a lot of that has come because of Tristan Vucevic. Cody Williams. Now, you look at this, 31 minutes, you look at the 6 points. Okay, I do understand that. However, when you look at how many shots he actually took and what he got in, what he took from 3, and what he took from free throw, I think 6 points is okay. 7 rebounds, fantastic. Cody Williams is our defensive player. He's been playing pretty good defense. The rebounds that he got, I thought was really good. These are only, 3 dunks that I think this was. The 2 assists, I think, was good. The blocks right here. You realize no one in the team got blocks except for Cody. That's why I like Cody, because defensively, he's going to help with rim protecting. He's going to help with defending on the perimeter. Cody is a nice piece to have. And I've grown to like Cody, and I like what he gave in this team. Keyonte George starting out really slow throughout the first 3 quarters, to be really fair. And it looked like he was told, hey, this game is about everybody else. Calm down and take it easy, because you playing tomorrow. And that's how we kind of played up until the 4th quarter. And then, bang. I think he scored, 12 in that 4th quarter. Really good performance there from Keyonte George. Definitely is our star. Didn't know what happened there with the 3-point shot. I expected more there. But overall, I really liked his performance there. And I thought that, at least in the 4th quarter, he was our best player there, Keyonte. You could tell he's been told, hey, go up there, take over, and, get us this win. And it was unfortunate that we didn't win. And the 7 assists, again, really good. 7 assists, only 2 turnovers, 3 rebounds, real nice. And a steal. Isaiah Collier, I thought was okay. I would say it was great. I don't think he had as good as his game as Filipowski, but I thought it was probably on the same level as Cody. I thought it was good. Again, 50% from the field, 8 points, 4 assists. This is bad, the turnovers. But I know a lot of that is him trying to do things. So I feel like that's okay. 1 steal, though, as well. So I think that's okay. Ace Bailey, really enjoyed what Ace Bailey did. I know, again, everybody looks 31 minutes, only 10 points. Remember that. So he's about, 4 out of 9. So that's, 45% from the field. That's pretty good. Didn't hit any of his threes, which is kind of off for him, but that's fine. He's kind of getting up to speed. But the 3 rebounds and the 3 assists, and you can see here he's got the best plus minus out of this game, and that is because Ace Bailey is a straight up 2-way player. He plays offense and defense, and even though he does not score, he always provides value to the team. Always. From game 1 of this season, offensively, he was not great, but defensively, he was there. He rebounded and passed the ball to guys that knew what they were doing. And at the very least, I will take that from a player. And he will continue to get better and better and better. We have not seen the best of Ace Bailey. We will see that in next year. We will see the real Ace Bailey next year. And then he will start. And then in my opinion, I think he'll start to show Ace George level numbers in year 3. That's my prediction. But really good game there from Ace Bailey. I really liked what he was doing for the Jazz on the defensive side. Good game from him. Again, the focus wasn't on him too much. I think he really came in to kind of relieve a lot of stress off of Filipowski. That's really it. And I think he did a fine job at that to give Filipowski that rest. Taylor Hendricks, not great. Pause. Yeah, no. Just didn't notice. Didn't notice Taylor Hendricks that much. Didn't care about Taylor Hendricks that much. Like he was there. Like he did a few things. But like everybody else was just like bang, 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 bang. Like I was just like, man, just like he contributed, but like I expect more from Taylor Hendricks. Defensively, I don't think Taylor Hendricks is that great. And I'm gonna say Cody Williams is looking like he's better. And when you think about the fact that Taylor Hendricks he's really in his third year, but like he's in his second year basically because he got injured in his second year and was out. I expect more from Taylor Hendricks. I really like. I expect more from him. I'm going to skip over Bryce for now. I'm going to talk about him last. And then Walter Clayton Jr. I thought he was really good in this game. I would have expected him to be better offensively, but I just felt that he did a pretty good job. I would say he was a little bit better than Isaiah Collier throughout this game, and I think the stats kind of show it. He had less points, more assists. Did have the 3 turnovers there, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. So yeah, and then Bryce, definitely the Jazz's player of the game. 43 points there. This is a high in an I'm pretty sure this is a high in an NBA game here for Bryce. Like I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that 43 points in 34 minutes, fantastic. Like field percentage, stupidly efficient. 50% from 3. Took 10 threes, made 5 of them. Great. Made all those. Bryce Sensabaugh was brilliant in this game. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals. This was great. Like, I want to see this more from Bryce. Like, this is what we should be expecting. And you know what? Maybe it's one of those where, like, either you start Bryce or you have Bryce be part of the second unit. Maybe it's one of those situations where it's like, that's kind of how you have to use Bryce. But he was good. He was really good in this game. Really efficient. Really like what I see from Bryce. And definitely the Jazz's best player tonight. So good shout out for Bryce there. Now for the winners. The Chicago Bulls. 50% from the field for the Bulls. 40% from 3. This is what they average. 81% from the free throw line. In comparison to the Jazz, who were 29% from 3. And 55% from the field, and 89% from the free throw line. So let's start with that. Isaac Okoro. I always liked Isaac Okoro from the beginning of this game. Again, he just feels like a two-way player, plays offense and defense, and I think that's what you got. 12 points. Yeah, like you maybe would have expected more. Maybe if he knocked down like a couple of those threes, but I thought he was very good. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, didn't turn the ball over. Like, very nice performance. Matas, I don't know what happened there with Matas. This wasn't a game for Matas. I expected more from Matas Buzelis. This was, it was a meh game from him. Nikola Vucevic, superb. Definitely by far the best Bulls player in this game. 35 points, 31 minutes. Again, like Bryce, really, really efficient. 2 out of 6, like so, under 50%. But that's about 42%, 43%. Like that is amazing. And only had 1 turnover and 5 assists and 7 rebounds. Your best all-round player in Tristan Vucevic. He was brilliant. He really owned Filipowski all game. You got to say that. And there's not much that Filipowski could have done. We had Filipowski. We had Kyle Anderson defending him. We had a bit of Ace Bailey was defending him at times. Like he was a tough one for the Jazz to deal with. And yeah, I really enjoyed his play. Trey Jones, not great. Kobe White, not great. Expected more. And then to the Chicago Bulls bench. And this is where, for me, the Chicago Bulls won this game. Their bench was stellar. Absolutely fantastic. And before I go into this, you know what? I'm gonna get to it in a sec because I see that there's a comment there. But this Bulls bench is the reason why they won this game. Besides Nikola Vucevic, every single player on their bench that played was in double digits, and then you got Jalen Smith there with a double-double in 17 minutes, 12 points and 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Patrick Williams there with 13, Dalen Terry there with 11, Kevin Huerter there with 10, Ayo Dosunmu there with 15. Like, really good game from him. Like, all of their guys on the bench just did a great job. Great job to maintain them in this. Yeah, there are times where they didn't do what they needed to do or made mistakes, but overall, they were real good. Really good kind of rotation plays that you need to have within a team. And this is why, when I know a lot of people kind of criticize the Chicago Bulls for being a perennial play-in team, but they're on the cusp of something. Like, they have the bench guys to be able to say that they have depth. But where they really need to do is, yes, they've got Josh Giddey, and yes, they've got Nikola Vucevic, but you really need guys like Matas Buzelis to step up and to be kind of like that third guy. You're really going to need guys like Kobe White to consistently, be nailing them out. Like, that's it. That's what takes them from being a play-in team to a regular playoff team. If they could do that, like, they got enough on the bench for me to be able to, consistently be able to do something. Like, they actually, if they could do what I said they do, then they would be like the Pacers. But they really need, they either need Matas Buzelis to either become a star, or they need him to just to be, pretty good, but then at the same time bring in somebody else, like, who's it? So, like, they're near it. But that's my thought on the game. I did see there was a couple of comments there. Victim of Fate says, that's tough, man. Yeah, like, so close. I appreciate what the Jazz were doing. Like, after I do the stream, I'm gonna go watch Will Hardy's comments about the game. But yeah, no, close game. But like the guys that we played, a lot of the young guys, I thought that they played well. I know we got another game tomorrow, which is probably why they did that the way they did. But this is a loss that I can accept. I can accept this loss. Like, there are some losses against the Hornets. I'm not accepting that. That is an unacceptable game. I'm never going to accept a game like that. This loss, yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth. But you know what? Guys went out there and they tried. So yeah. But thank you very much for everybody for joining the stream. I see there are 2 people left, so I just want to say thank you guys there for doing that. Much appreciated. Let me stop by sharing the screen. Yeah, I really do appreciate joining the stream there, and then just keeping these watch-alongs a lot of fun and interacting with you all. So I do appreciate it. But I think I'm going to end it there. So I just want to say thank you very much for joining. Please do remember to comment, like, and subscribe. and I will see you on Saturday for the Jazz's next game against the Dallas Mavericks, as I will not be doing the stream against the Dallas Mavericks tomorrow. There's 2 games against the Dallas Mavericks, one tomorrow, one on Saturday. I'll only be doing the one on Saturday, not the one tomorrow. And then on Saturday, I think I'm gonna just go do the Hornets games, which is right after, and then I'll also do the Lakers games as my guys Project Fortnite and Victim of Fate. I know they are big Hornets and Lakers fan respectively, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't done like a string where it hasn't been the Utah Jazz since New Year's. So let's do it. This weekend's going to be great. It's going to be nothing but basketball time, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. But I will see you all on Saturday. Peace.